There is a lot going on this week and I'm not the only person that's on my driveway. As you may know, Osama's 435i was meant to be on sale, but for some reason it's actually still on my drive, and so is Osama. Osama, why is it not for sale yet?
We ran into a bit of technical issues.
There's just a few more things that he needs to do and that we're going to do today before we can put it up for sale. Firstly, his stock number plates are back on. Gave P is gone, and that's how you are known.
You was actually known more for Gave P than yours for Uzi.
So what else do you have to do?
So we need to paint the front calipers today.
Why didn't you do the front?
No, because these rear ones are upgraded calipers and these rear brakes are bigger than the front. We never got around to doing the front.
So front is completely stock brakes.
Yeah.
It's like a finishing touch basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like the final thing before you sell the car.
Yeah, so there's the yellow rear, and also today we're going to paint the front caliper yellow because I feel like it just looks dodgy.
Also, our makeshift little paint booth is broken. The gazebo's broken, and it's fucking starting to rain.
Yeah, so as you guys know, obviously we work on the driveway, and I have a gazebo here, which is important because I'm planning to paint my MX-5 really soon, and I was going to put the gazebo on top, but it's bent. We tried to put it up today because it's raining, but it's completely bent.
Come look at this, brother. I can still smell the shit I stepped in.
Oh yeah, off camera Robert stepped in poo over here.
See that? It snapped.
Oh fuck.
We'll just drill a hole in there, put zip ties.
I mean,
Tie the gazebo together.
Yeah.
That's like the exact meaning of structural integrity with zip ties. Can we get on with painting it now? It's fucking raining and it's gonna get dark soon. So Laura's side is looking all pretty. She's barely taking her time on that, yeah. Look at that.
I mean, it's when it's not your own car, you tend to just be nice to it.
Let me show you a Osama's side. Are you proud of your job?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Fucking hell, man.
To be fair, I don't know if I expected anything different from you, to be fair.
Exactly, bro. I need more rags.
One side on the left and the right, and this is just the reality of working on a driveway. Right now all I can smell is dog shit. I don't know about you.
My nose is blocked. I think I've got corona.
I hope not. This is our light source right now, which is plugged in through an extension into my house. We have this light up here, but that's like temporary. It comes on and off. So this is my side. Pretty decent. It's actually coming out really smooth, smoother than I thought. Look, I just stepped in poo again. Anyways, this is the Osama's side. It also looks really, really good. I kind of think yours looks smoother than mine so far. Finally done with painting the calipers. Now it's time for the true test. So this is Osama's side. There is a little bit of yellow on this brake disc over there, and somehow he's managed to get a bit of yellow on his tires too. Oh my god, and your carbon fiber side skirts, bro. No, but I think that's just dust. I just got scared for you then. I thought you just ruined your carbon fiber side skirts.
I need a stage 3 polishing anyway.
Looks quite decent, to be fair. Quite proud. And this is my side. Robert did do the last coat for me, and I can see he managed to get a bit of yellow on the what is that? The brake shield. I can see it very clearly.
Oh, the shield. Oh, look at this.
Oh, and the brake disc. So I've put both pictures on the screen now. There's a left and the right side. So comment down below whether you think the left side is better or the right side, because the loser is buying food and there's no bias here because you don't know whose is who. Today we're installing a welder diff in Stefan's E46. Oh. We got Osama and Rafiq working on Rafiq's Igo. What are you guys doing here to it today?
What are we doing? Working on the car.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Something.
What? They're doing the shocks because it's leaking at the back. That's what they're doing.
That's what we told you.
And then we got Robert, OJ,
Wow.
Stefan, and Jay helping us to do the welder diff. Let's get into it. Alright, so we just jacked up the car now. It's looking actually pretty filthy under here. That is the diff he already has in, and it looks like it's been leaking. There's a lot of grime over it as well. It actually looks pretty battered under here. I don't feel bad about my MX-5 anymore.
It actually looks pretty battered under here.
You don't need to take a look at this. No wonder your drop links fell off the other day and fucked your brake line. Apologies for the camera angles in advance because it's pretty hard working in a tiny garage and when the car's jacked up just by the rear. We have already disconnected the back of the exhaust, which then gives us access to the heat shield that we are removing right now. This then gives us access to the bolts holding on this cross-member thing. I don't actually know the fancy word for it though. And now we were able to get to the bolts holding the drive shaft to the diff. They came off with a bit of struggle, but we did get there in the end. This was a completely different story when we moved on to the prop shaft. This happened. Keep going. Maybe.
Am I rounding off?
You didn't do it a lot if you did.
Have
you rounded it off?
I think slightly.
Slightly. Alright, so my hair is super fucked up. So's my face, to be honest. We may have just rounded one of the bolts off, so we decided to take a break. Like that's an adult decision.
A very mature decision.
Yeah.
Hey, the longer you leave it, it's gonna fix itself.
Look what arrived during our break. Cheese!
I come bearing gifts, I told you.
Oh, let me see.
Who got the wedges?
Oh my god.
Was they mine?
Was it mine? It's mine. I'm
No,
sure
'cause
it's
I
mine.
know
I can hold it all.
No, because if you hold it all, it's just gonna go missing.
I'm hungry. It's a mechanic's diet. Jeez, look at the steam. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This dusty shit is yours.
Dusty.
What did you get?
Hawaiian.
No, we don't want to wash our hands. That's mine. That's the pepperoni.
Oh, sorry. Where's the little garden table?
What garden table?
Where's the garden table?
Oh yeah, in it.
Well, that's a
You lot didn't get the garden table.
I didn't get one.
Oh, that's why I fucked up there, right?
Oh my god. So after a well-needed break, we got back to it and we started by removing all the other bolts connecting to the prop shaft. We came back to that already rounded bolt. We tried some hammering and some heat and some more hammering and even more heat, but nothing seemed to work. So it's like 2 hours later and it's a bit of a mess right now. Let me show you guys what's happening. Pretty hard to show you, but there's like 3 of these circle things. One on the left side, one over here on the right side, and then one somewhere up here. I can't really see through the camera. The one up here, we've got all the bolts off, and yeah, that's fine. The one on this side, however, we've got all the bolts off except for one. And that one happens to be rounded. This is the bolt right here that's rounded. And honestly, we've literally tried everything with it. We even tried heat, which is a stupid idea. I mean, we haven't tried drilling it yet, and we don't have a welder, so we can't weld a socket or anything on there. So I think with that side, we're just going to leave it for tonight and maybe tomorrow ask someone with a welder to come down or just sort that out. We also managed to remove the sway bar quite easily. And on the right side where that circle thing is, we haven't even attempted it because all them bolts are not even cracked yet. And it's like, what time is it? Like 2 AM or something? So yeah, that's the situation on here. I'm just going to go sleep and go home. In a few days, I'm going to be painting my MX-5, but there's quite a few things I have to do in very limited time before I'm even ready to paint it. So I've already took off the front bumper, the rear bumper, and the roof spoiler, but I still have to take off the side skirts and the headlight covers over there, because all of these things I'm going to be painting off the car. We can focus on what is left on the car. Starting with the pink wrap left on the bonnet, the petrol cap, and one of the headlights. Because as some of you may know, I was originally planning to wrap my car, but I completely felt I wasn't able to do it perfectly, so that's why I decided to go with paint. So firstly, I got to remove this old bad wrap. Now here she is and she's all ready to go. Ready to go for more sanding because the colour kit that I got with the paint included a new primer. So before I even start that, I have to get rid of the old primer by sanding it down. Which are these grey bits over here. I also have to sand down these shiny bits that weren't ever sanded in the first place, which is the new hardtop and the new side mirrors that I got over here. And then I have to sand down the body kit because I didn't sand that down in the first place anyway.
So whilst Laura's doing all of that, I did my little masterpiece here with the spoiler and I blended it in. So if you don't remember, this was a little fiberglass piece that we glued on top of the boot. What I did, I used body filler and fiberglass to basically blend it in so it's perfectly smooth and blends in. However, whilst it dried, it has these little cracks along the edges. So whilst Laura's getting busy sanding the car, what I'm going to be doing is basically going around the edges with body filler, filling all the little holes and gaps in. There's like a few small scratches along here as well, which I need to all fill in, and then my masterpiece will be finished. Fuck.
This is also another example of what it's like to work outside, because it's either my dad making the noise back there, or when he stops, he's lot over there working on that house make that drilling noise, so. Alright, so we fully finished sanding down the car and now it's 100% ready to get painted, and if all goes to plan, I'll hopefully do that next week. I didn't get time to sand down the body kit, number panel or the side mirrors, but like I said, next week I'm hopefully going to be doing that before painting it, which should be the next video. So make sure you guys subscribe, like this video and share it, and hopefully next week we'll see this car in one colour.